So this is the shitty reality of traveling. My videos and my pictures, I'm sure they looked great as I'm taking off and I'm landing, but our vacation did not end as peaceful as it looked. We finally made it to the hotel. We are staying at the Divi Beach Bay Resort. It's so nice. The travel was nice and easy. We did have a little bit of a delay on our flight out of JFK. They were having some issues changing a light bulb, but no turbulence. They actually upgraded us to first class, which was nice. We were in the first row. I've never sat first row. I don't think Nick's ever sat first row, but it was really nice. We're just gonna change up. When we're dying to get some food and some drinks, I'll give you a quick little room tour, and then we're gonna head down to the pool or the beach. So this is the little kitchenette as soon as you walk in. The bed, nice little welcome robe and slippers. I'll show you the balcony afterwards. This is the bathroom. I love that shower, beautiful. But check out this view. It looks so relaxing. First meals on the island. He got a mahi sandwich and I got a mixed gyro, chicken and shrimp.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things.
Breakfast at Pure Ocean was amazing. They had so many options. As you can see, they had cereal, yogurt, a fruit bar, bagels, English muffins, all kinds of toppings like meat, cheeses, and salmon, a delicious omelet bar, and then your usual suspects on a buffet like French toast, pancakes, bacon, scrambled eggs, and then they had this cute little kids station which was adorable. And guys, don't be surprised if you see this exact same setup at my house. I'm obsessed with it. Another amazing beach day in the books. And I know a lot of people won't like this, but this lady was walking up and down the beach offering massages at an affordable price. I decided to get one, and it was the best massage I ever had. She was using pure aloe to rub my sore spots and some spots that I was already burnt. And while I was getting that, Nick decided to take a swim. He was having so much fun, and I honestly had fun watching him. He didn't even know I was recording. And then afterwards, I just joined him in the water because by this time it was probably 90 degrees and I had been sitting out in the sun for over an hour. Upside down. Oh my god. Look at that. So good.
I give it back. We passed a really cool water aerobics class when we were on our way to get some paddle boards, but it turned out it was too windy, so we decided to try snorkeling instead, which was so much fun. They had a lot of fish underwater that were clear. I had never seen fish that were like that before, but it was really hard because, as you can see, the wind was rough and it was pulling us away. I wish someone had told us that this daily activities board was here, because every day we've been seeing some really cool things like workouts on the beach, in the pool, water aerobics, and there's a long list right here that says everything that's going on, and I missed some cool things. I'm on the hunt for an iced coffee. They have a shop called Amsterdam Cafe. It's a little bit of a walk, probably not more than 5 minutes. I'm going on day 3 of no coffee. Like, I don't even know how I'm still alive at this point. Almost there. It's just on this strip that they have. You can see it's like full of shops, a jewelry store, a little mini market. The gym is down this way, and a souvenir shop. So they didn't have a ton of options as far as like flavors and sizes. This is actually the only size that they had. It's a 12 ounce. I got a latte with oat milk, and thank God I asked her how many shots. She said it was 2. I asked for 3. I know that might be excessive, but like I said, it's been 3 days since I had coffee. It's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely not my favorite. It's not Starbucks, but she'll do. And then I also got some cute little keychains while I was there. Not sure who I'm gonna give them to. I think my sister asked me for one, now that I think about it. We're back at the beach, of course, but tomorrow Nick and I are gonna wake up early and go hike that mountain. The bird keeps coming down to the bar to steal oranges. It's so funny. That's Gizmo. That's what this bar is named after. It just started pouring, but it doesn't usually last more than like 2 minutes. This salad is amazing. It's called the Gizmo salad. It has grilled chicken, mango, beets, cucumbers, grilled chicken, olives, green beans. I don't even know if I said that. And mixed greens. Yeah, like pickled red beets. They're so good.
Have you ever thought about Pennsylvania? Yeah. Hello.
So we're back in our room. We're gonna take a quick refresh break. We're sandy, salty, dirty. We're gonna shower, freshen up, get dressed. There's a rooftop bar that they have. It's called Mix Rooftop. It's the only restaurant that is not included in the all-inclusive package. It's that and the coffee shop where I got my latte earlier. Those are the only two places that you have to pay for, but they are having like I believe like something to do with music. I don't know if it's like a music bingo and a happy hour around 5 o'clock. I think it's around 4. I'm not really sure. We haven't really been carrying our phones. Neither of us are wearing watches, so we're not really cognizant of the time, which is more than okay. But I'm going to show you all a quick gift shop haul that we just did. So when we did arrive, they had asked us at the concierge activities desk if we wanted to do the timeshare presentation. I liked that they weren't super pushy about it. They weren't super salesy about it, but they did end up giving us a $125 gift shop credit. We knew we were going to be buying some souvenirs for our family, so no biggie. We actually didn't mind the presentation. We did get some good information. We did kind of afterwards, we didn't go with it. I will say that. We did not sign up for a timeshare, but we did go over, you know, how much we spend on vacations by ourselves with our large family, because we're a family of 6, versus how much it would cost if we did the timeshare. I like that they had a good option. It wasn't your typical timeshare. It was like a points base, and you can use it at all of the Divi locations, and you're not set to a specific time. So that we definitely liked, but ultimately it was not the best option for our family. It still kind of was a lot more than what we spend. I do think I'm a really good bargain shopper. I always find great deals. We shop around before we book anything, so I still think it was a little bit more pricier than what we would normally spend on our own. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you all what I got. So we got a bunch of t-shirts for the kids. I love this one. I love the color. Has this cute little buggy on it. It reminds me of the Outer Banks car. And then on the back, it just has like this cool like tiki symbols. St. Maarten, West Indies. We got the same one for River and Anaya. So blue for him, pink for Anaya. Fun one for Nick. Says, I'm the captain. I make ship happen. This one I think is for his dad. It says, old guys rule. Then we got this one for Kennedy. I thought this was cool. I love the color. I think she'll love the color. Kind of looks like a Ford Bronco. Then we got some magnets for our sisters. I was trying to find a hoodie for myself, but they didn't have any. The lady had said that they only order them in the winter, which is crazy because they have all these people coming from, you know, cold weather places. Like, I feel like they should have cold weather stuff all year round, no matter what the weather is here. But I really like this. It has this sewn on patch. It says St. Maarten Yacht Club. It's the 45th edition St. Maarten Heineken Regatta. Serious fun. And then another sewn in patch here. So that's what we got from the Shipwreck Shops is what it's called. And that's where we had our gift card for. And then there was another shop. I don't know the name of it. But we got this nice beach bag for Nick's mom. Nick got this hat. I love it. It looks so good on him with the feather in 1917. I just got some Monster Gatorade. Y'all know what that is. He got these fun sunglasses. And then I got this bag for myself. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I was like debating if we were going to get this one for his mom, but we didn't know that it had a strap on the inside. And then I was like, you know what? I think I just need this one for myself. So it's a really fun bag. And then this lady gave us some aloe. I had stopped by yesterday after I got my massage, and she said, you know, keep rubbing aloe on my back. And all the people here are so nice. So she told me to stop back by, and she brought me a piece of aloe from home. So as I'm sitting here recording and going over all the stuff that we got for everybody, I just realized we didn't get anything for Solia. So it looks like we're gonna have to go back tomorrow. I don't know how we forgot. Like, I swear we were like going off like Solia, Anaya, River, Kennedy, your mom, my mom. Yeah, I don't know how we missed that one, but it's okay. I don't mind going back.
The burger crushes this. The burger's so much better.
So it's really windy today, so we're not able to do any water sports, but we just hung out at the beach again, and we're on the way to one of the souvenir shops to go grab the gift for Solia since we forgot. And you also hear there's no ATMs, so you have to send them money on Cash App, and then they just give you the cash out of the register. So we're about to go do that right now.
These are some foul birds. I could not get it recorded. It was like they knew I was watching, but they kept telling me to shut up when I was talking to Nick. This is a really good view of the other side. We stayed on the Dutch side. What you can see off in the distance is the French side. We came over here to take some photos by the water. I stepped up and there was this big guy. Nick had to grab me back down. I didn't even see him, but it's so choppy, so windy, and I felt like I was blowing away. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but here on the other side, right on this platform in the middle, that's where all of the cruise ships dock. A lot of people will take taxis over just for the day. You can also do waterized motorsports from that side, like jet skis, or do like day cruises. It took us a few days to get down here to try this out, but this was a really nice option the resort had. It was an adults-only swim-up bar. The legal drinking age here is 18, so there was naturally a younger crowd. It had seats and tables in the water, and of course, my husband was talking to everybody and making new friends.
But as an American,
No,
bro,
it's
like
tough. Yeah, they
it's
don't
like
get it.
fucking listening to a fucking Toronto guy who's trying to speak their slang.
Yeah.
Horrid, bro. It's
Yeah.
like listening.
It's bad.
It's like listening to a toddler trying to speak our Caribbean accent. It's horrid. It's horrid.
From St. Martin to I think it was called Princess Juliana Airport to JFK. So we knew that. Then we knew that we had like a, what was it, 4-hour, 5-hour layover from JFK to PBD. How many hours was that?
I think it was like 4.
4 hours. I feel like it was maybe almost. It was almost 5 hours. Almost 5 hours that we were anticipating.
Yeah, we were already
originally
mentally prepared.
You know, exactly. So we were mentally prepared to have 3 hours the first one, up to 5 hours the second one. To be honest, we grabbed a quick bite, which was disgusting. All the airport food, do not recommend. I was editing a YouTube video. And Nick was like shopping around for some stuff for 4th of July, possible deck build, so be on the lookout for that video. But that 3 hour like layover, it went by super fast. It was like in the blink of an eye we were already boarding up. But also at the same time, that airport needs some organizational skills. Like their lineup process was insane. So then we get to JFK and we had to go through customs. They do make you get your own bag and then like reload it back up, and then you do have to go through security all over again. Nick got super frustrated because there was this lady, she had a son. I don't know if he had special needs or not, or it honestly to some extent seemed like she was just exaggerating. Her son was crying, I understand, but she just decided to cut hundreds of people, and then like a TSA person decided to stick her in front of Nick, which was like the worst idea. We had been traveling for so long at that point, like, no, you're fine to wait another 2 seconds. You're not going to separate. Like, to me, it was like, for him, you're not going to separate me from my wife. Like, you're trying to stick the two of them in between. Like, they can be bumped back one person. He said something. It just, words were exchanged. Moving on. We get to our gate. The gate is changed. We go to the gate that it says on the screen, and right away you could tell that the flight attendants and the pilot and the co-pilot were also at the gate, which was super weird. Like, that was the start of like obvious signs of something being wrong. Like, why is the pilot waiting at the gate? So they were expressing frustrations of their own, saying how that the gate had gotten changed multiple times. I had noticed that the pilot was on the phone with someone having like a very aggressive conversation about all the gate changes and what's going on. Like, that's not a good look, the pilot just standing there at the gate. So the screen started to change. Delayed. I think at first it was like delayed.
It was 45 minutes or something at first.
Exactly. It was like 45 minutes. So 45 minutes goes by. The plane is still not outside on the tarmac. And we're like, what the heck? So then the time just starts going up, going up, going up. A plane finally comes. We notice no one's getting off, but they're also not letting anybody on either. And it just started to get like real weird because the lady that's like at the gate desk, she like, you could tell she was uncomfortable because like she couldn't answer any questions. And then when people would like walk away, we would be just very observant, and you could hear her calling somebody, asking someone on the phone the same questions that everybody at the gate was asking. Like, she just genuinely didn't know. There was zero communications. We were flying JetBlue, never flown JetBlue, but also have never had such like seemingly stupid issues with airlines.
We did fly JetBlue one other time, and it wasn't an issue. But the problem was, come to find out that it was an employee who called out.
Yes, an employee.
And that 45 minutes turned into over 2 hours of waiting.
Yes.
For so-called...
For a flight attendant. Because they didn't have enough crew members to legally fly the plane. So that's what it started off as. Then they told us, they made an announcement. After making multiple announcements, giving us the runaround, finally made this one final announcement and was like, we found a flight attendant who's going to take over. Her flight lands from Punta Cana. Never set a time. When she gets off of the Punta Cana flight, she'll have to go through customs and then make her way over here. So then Nick and I decide to go over to like the board that has all of the times, and basically that particular flight had just landed when Nick and I had gone over to the board. So that meant she still had to go through customs, who knows, go to the bathroom, have some food. I don't really know what flight attendants do before they go on to the next plane, but I just knew it wasn't happening right then and there like they were trying to make it out to seem to be. Then it gets to the point where it was like a whole other hour and a half went by. We're approaching the 1 o'clock hour at this point. We got to the airport originally the day before at 10:30 in the morning. And the flight attendant comes up. I noticed her go onto the plane, but then like another 30 minutes went by and nothing was happening. They weren't boarding. Like there were some people with disabilities, the families, the military, like nothing was happening. So then everyone's like, hello, what's happening? Trying not to attack the lady at the gate because she's been through the shit just like we were. And, you know, we know it's not her fault. She's not flying the plane. So then it turned into the pilot and the co-pilot had reached their limit of flying time. So now we need a new pilot and a new co-pilot. And the flight attendant that they had originally gotten from the Punta Cana flight basically was like, F this, like, I'm tired.
She literally
like,
left.
I'm out. And she stormed off that plane. No one was saying nothing to her. She just pushed through the crowd with her luggage and she brought her ass right home to sleep like we wanted to do. So then they were like, okay, everything's good. After a couple of phone calls, maybe another 30 minutes goes by. Heading towards the 2 o'clock hour, we line up to get on the plane. We're in line for maybe no more than 5 minutes. Sorry, folks. We're not able to board you. Thank you for your patience. Like, nobody's patient right now. We just don't want to yell at you. So everyone sits back down. I don't know how much more time goes by before they tell us to board again.
Had to be at least a little over another hour. They said, okay, guys, we can finally board. And then people are so desperate. They're like cheering and clapping.
Yeah.
That was false.
Too soon. Celebrating too soon. So this time, we line up and we actually go through like the ticket scanner. So we make it into like the gate.
The tunnel
that puts you onto the plane. We're in there and there's this lady like virally vomiting. It's like she had already been sick a few hours back. She had been throwing up like crazy in the bathroom, but I hadn't seen her for a while, so I assumed her husband like brought her to a doctor or elsewhere. I didn't know she was like the first one loaded on the plane. She was throwing up so bad. The crew was like, everybody off. We're not loading up this plane. And in the moment, it was like they tried to make it seem like we weren't loading up because the lady was vomiting. But then when we get off, turns out they were like, we were never taking off. Who told you guys to line up?
Yeah, but
it was just insane. We had enough. I could barely keep my eyes open. Called Avis. They were open 24 hours. They were the only one in JFK that was open 24 hours. Nick made a reservation within 5 minutes on the app. Called just to double check because if we had left, we would have been screwed and we would have had to go back through security like just to check on this flight. Our bag was already on the plane. I don't give a crap. I don't have any of my personal items. I would prefer to go buy it all. So right now it is 8:19 in the morning and we are still on our drive back from New York. We're not home yet, so we've been traveling for almost 24 hours at this point. It's insane. Our vacation was great, but it just did not have the greatest ending. It's not good.
Do not fly JetBlue.
Don't fly JetBlue. Their communication is terrible.
Whatever. It is what it is. We're trying to make it home. We took 2 quick naps in between, stopped. Yeah. Now, you know, we're about 10 minutes from home, and, you know, we're just thankfully to be safe and just about to be there. So
yeah, we are almost home. I think that is enough of a rant. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next